Benavidez versus Plan. I'm Brian Custer. I'm the host of Showtime Championship Boxing. Well, on Saturday, March 25th, the day has finally come. Showtime pay-per-view from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. You will see one of the biggest fights boxing fans have been demanding for quite some time. One of the most significant fights of this year. A grudge match. David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. A marquee matchup of two of the best fighters at 168 pounds. This fight card is top quality from the top all the way to the beginning, because that's what Showtime boxing is all about. The best fighting the best, champion versus champion, top-rated challengers, top prospects, all in compelling fights, all with significant implications. The night is going to begin with welterweights in the unbeaten Cody Crowley taking on Abel Ramos. Next, we'll see two top prospects looking for redemption after suffering their first professional loss. It's prime time. Back on Showtime, Chris Colbert taking on Rayo. Guy with power in his hands, Jose Valenzuela. And then we get to the co-main. Two unbeaten, uber talented, 154 pounders. Jesus Ramos taking on Joey Spencer. Folks, the broadcast is going to begin live, 9 p.m. Eastern. That is 6 o'clock Pacific time. Of course, it's all produced, distributed by the best in boxing, and that's Showtime pay-per-view. We're going to stream live coverage of two undercard bouts. You can see that on our Showtime pay-per-view countdown show. That will come your way at 7 o'clock Eastern time. That's 4 o'clock Pacific. The entire event is brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions. It's being promoted by TGB Promotions and Samson Boxing. Tickets. You can get your tickets at AXS.com. Again, AXS.com. This event is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Listen, action's so good. Why bet on boxing anywhere else? And by Big George Foreman. It's exclusive in movie theaters on April 28th. Tickets on sale now. It is rated PG-13. Let me bring to the podium now the president of Showtime Sports, Mr. Steven Espinoza.
Thanks, Brian. Benavidez versus Plant is one of the cornerstones of our very robust 2023 Showtime schedule. And right now, we're in the middle of one of our hottest stretch of boxing in quite some time. Saturday will be the 6th live boxing event in the last 7 weeks, our 3rd live boxing event in the month of March, and the 8th in just the first 3 months of this year. It's one of the strongest runs of boxing we've had in the 37 years that Showtime Boxing has existed. We are happy to be back here at MGM Grand. This is our 36th live boxing telecast from MGM. Of course, MGM has hosted many of the all-time greats: Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Julio Cesar Chavez, Evander Holyfield, Roberto Duran. But the very first boxing match at the MGM Grand Garden Arena was a Showtime fight. January 29th, 1994. Any boxing fan who was alive at the time will remember it. It was the big upset of the time. Frankie Randall upset Julio Cesar Chavez when Julio Cesar Chavez was going for his 90th win. That was the first event at Grand Garden Arena, and it was on Showtime. And we're back again for one of the best fights that boxing can deliver. David Benavidez will be making his 8th appearance on Showtime. He's been called the Mexican Monster by none other than Mike Tyson. His first appearance on Showtime was 8 years ago. And he was just 18 years old on Showbox. He won his first title on Showtime in September 2017. He's a punching machine, light on his feet, hard on his opponents. 26-0, 23 KOs. And he's got a very worthy opponent in Caleb Plant. Caleb will be appearing on Showtime for the 3rd time and the 2nd in the main event of a Showtime pay-per-view. Former IBF champion, he's one of the most skilled and smooth boxers in the sport. The main event, the main pay-per-view card starts at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And there's a much more than just the main event. As Brian noted, there are 3 high-quality, high-intensity undercard fights on the pay-per-view. 8 fighters on the pay-per-view. They've got a combined record of 159 wins with just 8 losses, 105 combined knockouts. This is a true fight fan's fight card. It's a fight card for the true boxing fan. Boxing fans say they want the best, fighting the best. Well, we're giving it to them. 2 of the top fighters in the super middleweight division in the main event. Boxing fans say they want 50-50 fights. Well, we've got those up and down the card. The boxing fans say they want a high quality, evenly matched undercard with quality fights. Well, we've got that. Meaningful, hard-fought fights up and down the pay-per-view. It all starts at 6 p.m. local time. We'll see you Saturday night.
Thank you, Stephen. Guys, let's talk about the fights. We're going to begin with the opening fight of the night that you'll see on Showtime pay-per-view come Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific time. Welterweights, you've got Cody Crowley, unbeaten, 21-0, 9 knockouts, taking on Abel Ramos, 27-5 and 2. 21 knockouts. He's fought a who's who. When you look at his resume, he's fought for the world title. Cody, you have basically mauled every opponent that they've put in front of you with your pressure, with your punch output. Give this audience, people watching, some insight on what Abel's in for Saturday night.
He's in for a world of hurt. I'm like a steam train coming forward. If, like I always say, if you're not willing to throw 100 to 200 punches around, you're not up for the Cody Crowley challenge. So I enter that ring with one thing in mind, and that is completely suffocating my opponents to the point where they can't breathe and they tap out. I take the thinking ability away from them, and I make it a war. That's what we're supposed to be in that ring, is warriors, gladiators. That's how this sport started out. You know, 2 guys in a pit, they would fight to death. Nowadays, we have a lot of guys running around trying to win rounds. My main concern is that every fan in the stadium is standing on their feet at the end of the Cody Crowley fight. So I expect to bring fireworks. I always bring fireworks. There's really nothing more I can say to Abel. He knows what to expect, and I just hope to God this man has the greatest sleep of his life Friday night, because I want the best Abel Ramos standing, meeting me at the center of the ring for a world of hurt.
Abel, listen, you fought for the world title. You just heard it. No one's been able to withstand the pressure that he brings to his opponents. You tell us why. You will be the first to defeat Cody Crowley.
Well, first of all, I want to thank God, for allowing me to be in this position. It's an amazing fight card, and I'm excited. And Rodney has that type of mindset. It's going to be a good show for the fans. And what I'm going to definitely hit him with good power shots, man. I don't think he's ever felt a power like mine, and Saturday he's going to feel it.
Cody, in light of family tragedy that you suffered here recently, tell the people why this fight has so much significance to you.
Thank you. I forgot by saying one thing. Mom, back on the TV, we're back on Showtime, we did it. I love you. Doesn't get easier. me and my father, we've been battling mental health issues for a couple of years. He was battling it for his whole life. He had demons that he couldn't beat, and last summer, they got the best of him, and you know, he took his own life. And this fight right now gives me a reason to get up every day. Gives me a reason to continue to keep pushing forward, because life is hard. Life is hard for each and every one of us. I think everyone sitting in these seats can tend to that. And we need something to keep pushing forward and striving for. And my father has given me a great example of what to be and what not to be. And he taught me mistakes that I will never ever make in my life. And come Saturday night, March 25th, it's my 30th birthday. I didn't think I'd make it to 30, but thanks to my father, I have. So this fight's for you, Dad, and I'm raising money for this fight to a great organization, Team 55, who collects money for other people who have mental health issues, who need help, and they can go and get free help and reach out when they're ready. And that was the greatest way to honor my father. I could sit here and talk, but I just want to say thanks, Showtime, for the opportunity. I possibly might not be here without the opportunity. So my hat's off to you guys, my heart's out to you guys. I love you guys, and I'm ready to show out on March 25th.
Thank you, brother. Abel, got an unbeaten fighter in front of you on Saturday night. What do you believe a win over Crawley does for you in the welterweight division?
I believe it puts me back in line for a world title shot, man. That's what I'm hoping for. I know he's undefeated. I know we got a tough fight on Saturday, but that's why we train so hard, man. We're ready for this challenge, and we're going to be fighting for a world title soon.
Do you believe because he's unbeaten, and as you talked about trying to get back in that title contention, do you need to be spectacular, like a stoppage Saturday night?
I think I just have to win convincingly. You know, stoppage would be like the cherry on top for the performance, but I think just convincingly that would put me right back.
Fantastic. That's the first fight of the night. Abel Ramos, Cody Crawley. Then we get to the next fight. And you had two guys who at one point were unbeaten until their last fight. Both of them suffered disappointing losses. And Saturday night, they both said it's about redemption. We've got prime time. Chris Colbert, 16-1. He's got 6 knockouts. Taking on Jose Valenzuela. He's 12-1. He's got 8 knockouts. All right, Chris. How difficult of a task do you have in front of you Saturday night, considering you got a fighter who's just as desperate as you are to get a win and get back into that win column, and he's known as a puncher?
First of all, I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank Showtime, my team, Al Heyman. I wouldn't say I'm really desperate. I'm not really desperate. I know what happened to me in my last fight, but I don't make no excuses. Everything happened for a reason, I believe. And like I said, I'm not really desperate. I just know I'm gonna get a win on Saturday night. I know we got a tough competitor in front of us, but it is what it is. It's another day, another dollar for me. I'm gonna go out there and do what I do best, and that's win.
Jose, what is Chris Colbert in for Saturday night?
First and foremost, you know, I'd like to thank God, my team, Al Heyman, Showtime, for another big opportunity. He's in for a long night. You know, I've gone back to the drawing board. I've prepared tremendously. You know, focused a lot in myself. You know, cleaned everything around me, and I'm ready. It's gonna be a good night of boxing, and he's in for a long night.
Prime time? Simple. Tell us why you win this fight Saturday night.
Nah, he said I'm in for a long night. All my nights is long. I ain't known for knocking nobody else, so there's no pressure on me. I'm always ready to go 10 rounds, 12 rounds, whatever I gotta go. I ain't really tripping. But say that question again?
Why do you win this fight Saturday night?
I'm just overall a better fighter. If all you got is power to come beat me, you wait for another thing coming. He better make sure his toolbox is full.
Jose, same question. Why do you win this fight Saturday?
I think I got more advantages. You know, I'm the natural 135 pounder. This is his first fight at 135. You know, he's coming up from 130. He got stopped by a 130 pounder. You know, I'll be happy.
Whoa! I never got stopped. You talking about yourself? I never got stopped, brother.
Okay, you know, he was stopped, he was hurt. You know, he crumbled versus Hector. And you know, Saturday night, I'm gonna show him why. You know, the 135 division is so talked about.
Wait, hold on. Are you good, dude? Are you sure you good?
I'm
Like saying I get
gonna
stopped?
show you, man. I'm gonna show you Saturday how good I am.
You got
Show
stopped.
you Saturday how good I am.
That's your head punched in. You got stopped. I
Show
ain't
you
get stopped.
Saturday how good I am.
So I'll give you both the last opportunity, the last word. I'll start with you, Prime Time. Give the folks the final word here on what they should expect Saturday night.
Shit, make sure y'all tune in, man. Y'all don't wanna miss this, man. This gonna be fireworks. He said he coming to do whatever he said he coming to do, and I'm coming to win. I don't care how I'm gonna win by, but I'm gonna win. Like I said, if all he coming to the table with his power, that nigga got another thing coming.
Jose, final word.
You know, I'm glad that's what he thinks all our guys have. You know, I'm bringing a lot more to the table. You know, if you're back home, make sure you tune in, buy Showtime pay-per-view. Gente mexicana. Asegúrese que agarre el Showtime pay-per-view. Va a estar buena la cartelera. Vamos a ganar.
Love it. Love it. Now we get to the co-main. Man, what a fight we have in the 154-pound division. And it's great because you got two unbeaten fighters, two guys who can box, two guys who can bang with the best of them. We start Joey Spencer, 16-0. He's got 10 knockouts, and he is taking on Jesus Ramos, who is 19-0. He's got 15 knockouts. Joey, listen, this is rare that you get two young guys. I mean, you guys are babies, and yet unbeaten, facing each other. Tell us why you even took this fight with Jesus.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't take this fight. I called for this fight. I made this fight happen, and along with Jesus, who accepted it. So this fight was a fight that I wanted for respect. I wanted to show that, you know, who the top young guy in the PBC is. You know, we're probably a couple of the youngest. So I wanted to show who the top one is, and right now, you know, that's going to determine it. So I wanted to go in there and put on a performance that is undeniable, that I'm ready to go to contender status and get ready to contend for a title.
Jesus, heard his explanation. You tell us why you took this fight.
And, you know, I took this fight for the same reason. You know, I want respect. I want to for people to know, you know, that I'm here. I want to make a statement at 154, and I think whoever wins this fight catapults themselves, you know, to that next level, to that contender status. That's what I'm here for.
So, you're facing a guy who, you talk about Joey, who can not only box, but he certainly's got the punching power as well. Do you believe this fight goes the distance, or will it end in a stoppage?
I think, yeah, I think we're both good boxers. I think it could go the distance, but if we want to prove something, we have to get the stoppage.
Joey, what do you believe a win over Jesus does for you and places you when you talk about 154? Because we just saw, you know, Tim Tszyu make a statement in giving Harrison. Now he's set up to fight the undisputed champion. What do you think a win over an unbeaten Jesus does for you and places you at 154?
Yeah, there's a few different routes that can happen in the 154-pound division depending on what Charlo does after he fights Tim, and if he decides to move up or if he decides to keep, you know, defending at 154. So, you know, the winner of this fight could get a title shot next if he were to vacate soon, or, you know, if the belts got relinquished, or, you know, we might need one more fight before we go in there and get a title shot, is what I imagine. But I'm ready for the best fight that I can get after this fight. You know, this is competition at the highest level. This is what the sport's about. It's like what the other guys on stage have said already. This is what, you know, the sport was based on. And, you know, so after this fight, this was the best fight. top fight that I can get, and I want the top fight I can get after, because I'm addicted to preparing for these type of moments. I want it again.
All right, give you guys a final word here. Jesus, to let the people know, what should they expect when you step into the ring with Joey Spencer on Saturday night?
It's gonna be a great fight. You know, we're both undefeated. We don't want to lose that hope, so we're both gonna come out to fight, and expect fireworks from not only our fight, but from the whole card. It's gonna be a great card and a great night of boxing.
Joey, final word.
Yeah, you know what? Just tune in. Make sure that if there's a fight card you're gonna pay for, it's this one, because I really think that any one of these fights on the undercard could steal the show. You know, obviously the main event is gonna be nothing but fireworks, but I think every fight on this undercard is gonna be fireworks too. And like Jesus said, we're both undefeated. He's got to come in and prove to me that he can beat me, and I've got to prove to him that I can beat him. And one of us has to take the other's heart in order to do that. So that's the type of fight that you really want to tune in and see. Neither one of us believe we can lose. I sure don't. So we got to go in there and we got to prove it to each other.
So you just sold me. I'm going to be watching it. Here we go. Folks, that's what we got here when you talk about the undercard here, the beginning fight, all the way up to the co-main. These guys are willing to put on the show for you on Saturday night. Guys, let's have face off and let's pose here for the cameras here. Let's start with the first fight of the night. You guys, get up for us. And...
Hey, Bo! Hey, Bo! Woo!
We'll start with the first fight of the night, the welterweights.
Fight him. Fight him. Fight him. Es tuyo, Abelito. Muérdelo.
Sin miedo, sin miedo.
Vamos a ver. Vaya, Evo. Ay, Abelito.
That's what I was talking about.
Cody Crowley, Jesus Ramos. It is the first fight of the night. And then we get to the next fight. This is going to be good.
Let's go, Brian! Get him up out of there, Brian! Point to the easy work. Don't back off. Don't back off now. Yeah. Get him. Don't let him talk to you like that. Easy work, prime time. Go big. Easy money. Easy money.
This was going to be intense. Chris Colbert, Ryo, Jose Valenzuela. And then we get to the co-main. 2 unbeaten. Joey Spencer.
Mono.
Second on this.
Muérdelo, muérdelo. Vamos, mono. El mono. Es tuyo, mono, es tuyo. Roof. Roof. No puede alzar las manos. Yeah. Lucky Kitty ain't there. Lucky Kitty ain't there.
The entire undercard.
Lucky Kitty ain't there. Hey.
Cody Crowley, Abel Ramos, Jose Valenzuela, Chris Colbert,
Play.
Joey Spencer, and Jesus Ramos. This is the undercard for Benavidez versus Plant on Showtime pay-per-view. Again, we begin at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is 6 o'clock Pacific time. Next, the main event. Two former world champions. When you talk about the best fighting the best, that's what we have in this main event. Come your way on March 25th on Showtime pay-per-view. The former WBC super middleweight champion, the former IBF super middleweight champion, both in the main event. Ranked 1 and 2 in the division. let me introduce the former IBF Super Middleweight Champion of the World. He's known as Sweet Hands, Caleb Plant. Joining Caleb, his trainer, Stephen Breadman Edwards, and of course, his father, always in his corner, Richie Plant as well. And you cannot forget about Charlie. I forgot about Charlie the other day. Can't forget about Charlie, sweet Charlie, his baby girl. All right, his opponent. He's the former two-time WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World. He's unbeaten. He's known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez. Joining David, of course, his trainer and father, Jose Benavidez Sr., and of course his manager, promoter, Samson Lukowitz from Samson Boxing. Folks, we talked about it earlier. This is what you want. One of the most significant fights of the year. You want the best fighting the best. Listen, the heated dissension between these two, without a doubt, intense. But the beauty is, they finally get to settle the score inside the ring and determine who's the better fighter. And it comes your way Saturday night. Benavidez versus Plant, a marquee matchup of two of the very best fighters at 168 pounds. All right, guys, let's talk about this fight. And you know what? We'll probably just start really simple. I'll give the trainers the opportunity to speak first, and I'll come to you, Stephen Breadman Edwards, first of all. And it's a simple question. Let the people know, why will Caleb Plant win this fight Saturday night?
At the end of the day, you know, we can all make predictions and say what we think is going to happen. But Caleb is going to have to rise to the occasion and be at his best when his best is needed and come through in the clutch. You know, we know what kind of opponent we have in front of us. And he got to raise his game up and come through the way I believe that he will. It's as simple as that. The X's and O's. You really don't know what a guy's going to do once they start getting punched and all the pressure and the bright lights get on them. But, you know, you got to rise to the occasion.
Jose, same question to you. Let the people know, why will David Benavidez win this fight come Saturday night?
I believe that, you know, he put a lot of hard work into this camp. I've never seen him so focused and mentally, physically trained so hard. The motivation that he has put in this training camp, he's on another level, man. You guys are gonna see the Mexican Monster, like Mike Tyson said on Saturday. He's super excited. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. He's been training since he was 2 years old, you know, and you guys are gonna see the Mexican Monster this Saturday, and there's no doubt he's gonna put this guy to sleep.
So let me bring to the podium now. This young man is just 30 years old. He's 22-1. He's got 13 knockouts. He is Caleb Sweet Hands Plant.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Caleb Plant, and I've worked really hard this camp. And on Saturday, March 25th,
You're gonna get knocked out.
go to sleep again.
You know, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate all y'all showing up today. Glad that you guys are here. We're gonna put on a big fight this Saturday. That's what boxing needs. That's what it's about. I want to thank Al Heyman, Luis Cubas. Obviously, thank Stephen Espinoza and Showtime. And really want to thank Al Heyman and Luis Cubas because boxing needs big fights, and they've been linking up with fighters and getting big fights made. So that's exactly what boxing needs. So salute to y'all. And I worked extremely hard for this fight. I'm ready. And actually, somebody you know let me know, hey, tell your boy that I'm already on weight, right? But that don't mean shit to me. And I don't care if you're already on weight. That's not bragging rights. I brought my mouthpiece and my cup with me this week, but I don't need a pat on the back for it. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be on weight. So, welcome to the club. And you know, you got your newfound muscles that you've been showing off all week. Welcome to the club. That's what happens when you work hard, you put everything. I don't need the right opponent in front of me to say, hey, oh, this time I got the right guy in front of me. I'm gonna get after it now. I've been walking that straight line. I've been this disciplined. I don't need the right opponent in front of me to, you know, motivate me to give him my all and give him my best. I've been doing that my whole life, since I was a little kid. So Saturday night, you got a real one in front of you. I'm not some blown up 154 pounder. I'm not a 160 pounder blown up with a 2-week notice. I'm the real deal. And you're gonna find out on Saturday, I promise you that.
Make sure you don't forget your own mistakes.
Coming to the podium. He's the former two-time WBC super middleweight champion of the world. Just 25 years old. 26-0. He's got 23 knockouts. They call him the Mexican Monster. He's David.
First of all, I want to thank God, because without God, none of this would be possible. I want to thank Luis Cubas, Samson Lukowitz, my father, Jose Benavidez, and especially Al Heyman. You know what I mean? I've been working extremely hard for this camp. You know, I'm super ready. I'm very excited. Like I said, all the talk is done. What's funny, though, that I seen Caleb Plant been doing that grave digging gesture. Little does he know he's digging his own grave. And let's see Saturday night. We'll see.
All right, fellas, let's talk about the fight. That's what everybody's here for. They can't wait. Sweet hands. Ben, simple question that I've asked all these guys. Tell us why Caleb Plant's going to win Saturday night.
Well, I felt I'm the better boxer. I got the better IQ. I got more experience. I got a better boxing team. I don't just have coaches or trainers, but I have teachers. I got the better pedigree, and Saturday night is gonna show.
David Benavidez, same question. Why will you win Saturday night?
I mean, we worked extremely hard. I'm definitely the harder puncher now that I'm more dedicated for this fight. You know, Caleb Plant said he's found his new power. I've been had this power. Now I just tweaked it. Now I'm even more stronger, more faster. So this is definitely going to be a fight of a boxer and a pressure fighter. I'm very excited, but like I said, this is going to be a war. And Team Benavidez will come out on top.
Caleb, you know, and I'm just quoting from some of the stuff I've read from David from the boxing scene. It says, hey, look, I'm knocking him out by the 6th round. He's talked so much stuff, I'm gonna break his jaw. I'm gonna break him down and make him pay for everything he said about me. What does David Benavidez not realize that he's gonna find out on Saturday night?
Just like I said, I'm not a 154 pounder blown up like he's been fighting, or a 160 pounder blown up. You know, I don't have no 2-week notice. I'm a full-fledged super middleweight. And I'm one of the best in the world at what I do. And, you know, we've yet to see if he can perform on this type of level. But Saturday night, we're gonna find out.
David, in light of that, you've stopped your last 6 opponents. Would you be satisfied if you got the victory Saturday, but it didn't come by stoppage?
No, I wouldn't, but you know, like I said, he's talking about blown up 54 pounders, blown up 60 pounders.
When he fought Fighting Boots, that was a blown-up 60-pounder. He couldn't do shit with him. When he fought a true
Stopped him.
when he
I
fought
stopped him.
yeah,
Stopped him.
yeah, you couldn't do anything.
I beat his ass.
But when he fights a true super middleweight like Usyk, his eye gets split open and gets
From a headbutt, yeah, I got cut.
That was a punch. And then when he fights
2 knockdowns, and I got my hand raised, world champion. I didn't win no world title against Ronald Graville. I didn't get dropped by Ronald Graville.
Yeah,
I fought a real deal, Jose.
I won a world title
I fought
at
a
20
real
years old, the youngest super
Against who? Against who?
You at 20 years old?
Against who?
You won a title at 20 years old?
Against who?
I still won the youngest
Against who?
Superman world title. I mean, you know what I mean? So
Jose Usyk didn't drop me. Did Ronald Graville drop me?
yeah, he almost knocked you the fuck out.
No, he didn't drop me.
And you got knocked the fuck out by
Yes.
Canelo. And you got knocked the fuck out by Canelo. So every time he fights a real, true super middleweight, he gets hurt. He gets hurt and he gets knocked out. So we're gonna see, he's gonna be in there with the true super middleweight, the hardest and most accurate super middleweight in his weight class. So we're gonna see what's up.
Caleb, I know you've watched tons of video of this guy. You've seen him fight a number of times. If you could say something positive about David Benavidez, what would you say about David Benavidez as a fighter?
Well, I'd have to think for a little bit. David's a good fighter, and again, at the first press conference, he likes to make it seem like I'm not a good fighter, I'm a bum, I'm this, but if I'm a bum, why fight me? I know David's not a bum. I'm not interested in fighting bums. I'm interested in fighting good fighters, because that's what boxing needs, that's what the fan needs, and most importantly, that's what I want, that's what I need for my legacy, and that's why I'm here.
David, same question. I know you've seen plenty of video of Caleb Plant. Tell us good things, what you've seen out of Caleb Plant. Why this makes it such a great fight?
He's a good boxer. He's good speed. He moves around really good. But this, like I said, like how he said, I don't want to fight no bums no more. I want the real deal. I've heard everybody I've been in the ring with. I can't say the same for him. So I know I have power. You know what I mean? So we're ready. We're ready to see put Caleb Plant's chin to the test. And I guarantee you he's going to be hurt this way.
Everybody probably wants to know this too. When you talk about 168 pounds, we know there's an undisputed champion. But in your opinion, Caleb, the winner of this fight is where? Where does that person rank when you talk about 168?
I think it puts him right there, up at the top. As of now, Canelo has that title, and rightfully so. He's undisputed. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's, could be considered an all-time great. And, I'm super motivated for this fight. I want to be able to right or wrong, but, first things first, I want to, and I'm going to handle business on Saturday.
David, same question. Where's the winner belong at 168?
Fighting for all the belts, but I'm not worried about anything else besides this fight. My mind and my focus is set on Caleb Plant this Saturday.
So we'll end it with this. This arena is going to be sold out. Number of pay-per-view buys. All those people are going to spend their hard-earned money because they want to see Caleb Plant, they want to see David Benavidez get it on. Caleb Plant, what can you guarantee they're going to get on Saturday night?
You're going to see me get my hand raised. That's what I'm guaranteeing.
David Benavidez, what can you guarantee they're going to get on Saturday night?
They're going to see me break Caleb Plant's fucking jaw Saturday night.
Folks, there you have it. It's the fight we all been wanting to see. David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, Showtime pay-per-view. It comes your way this Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern. That is 6 o'clock Pacific time. We got to remind you, of course, this fight is being brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions. It's also being brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Action so good, why bet on boxing anywhere else? And by Big George Foreman, exclusively in movie theaters April 28th. Tickets are on sale now. It's rated PG-13. You can get your tickets at AXS.com. We will see you on Showtime pay-per-view Saturday night and at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Guys, can we get a face-off? Can we get a face-off? Here we go. This is what we want. Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, the two top fighters at 168 pounds. This has been a grudge match that goes back over 5 years. and they finally get the opportunity to settle the score in the ring. This is it. The unbeaten David Benavidez taking on Caleb Plant. Guys, if you can face the cameras for us, just take a turn towards the cameras for us. That's it. That's good. Take a turn towards the cameras.
Look this way.
Benavidez versus Plant. Showtime pay-per-view Saturday night.
Look out now.
The best versus the best. Folks, we'll see you Saturday night on Showtime pay-per-view from the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas.
Hey, Pierre.
Back here, fellas. Get them bouncers out the way. Get them out.
Then there will be no fight.
Oh shit, you want to go fight right now?
Two top fighters at 168, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We'll see you Saturday night on Showtime pay-per-view from the MGM Grand Garden Arena.